So this other day, I was scrolling through my Reels feed, and because of the recent assassination of Charlie Kirk, my feed was full of memes surrounding the event. To make things clear, murder is bad, and no one deserves to be killed over politics, and it is a pretty horrible thing that's happened to him. My condolences to his family. But you can't really avoid people making fun of it, and if a Clash Royale reenactment of the event pops up, it's not like I'm gonna not watch it.
Thoughts on the free-to-players being slaughtered by the pay-to-winners?
Ranked or ladder?
I guess it's kind of expected that if you have an online presence and have a large amount of people that dislike you on the internet, it's pretty much inevitable that you get turned into a shitpost. Anyways, I came across a short made by an account called Cube Dimensions. The short was of a Minecraft animation of the assassination of Charlie Kirk in the style of a Zach D films. But Minecraft.
You may have wondered how Charlie Kirk got assassinated. The college student fired back with a question, one no one knew would be the last he'd ever be asked.
Okay, now 5 is a lot, right? I'm gonna give you some credit. Do you know how many mass shooters there have been in America over the last 10 years?
Meanwhile, multiple people would spot a man in the distance on a rooftop. Charlie would confidently ask the college student a question back.
Counting or not counting gang violence?
You know, at first I thought it was a silly shitpost short combining the elements of a common shorts trope and also memeing on the assassination. Just a bit of gentle, dark humor. But then I opened the comments and see that the pinned comment says, "Bro dropped a fun fact in the description." So as the curious cat that I am, I decided to check it out. Charlie Kirk's final question. Also, I have a crush on the girl from the Minecraft movie, and then followed by an @ who I assume was Emma Myers, who plays the older sister whose name I don't remember in the Minecraft movie. I genuinely don't know any of the characters' names except for like Steve and General Chungus. Actually, I don't even remember most of the movie except the part where he like says chicken shit. But however, this @ as it turns out, is not Emma Myers, and instead, weirdly enough, her sister, Olivia Myers. And replying to the pinned comment in the comment section, the creator of the video says, "Emma Myers will talk to me if I get enough people to follow her sister, Olivia. I've actually been told Emma watches this page, likely through her sisters sending her my videos while she's busy. LOL." Now reading this for the first time, the first thought to my mind was that this has to be engagement bait, or maybe this was a bit or some inside joke for this account. But then I checked the added account, and it turns out it was a private account. Huh. So he's harassing her family too. Awesome. Let's say this was a bit, or even engagement bait. Even then, you're still harassing someone's member of family by telling your viewers to go and follow them and get their attention. And that is also against Instagram's TOS. And you know, also very immoral and disgusting. So this little spiel intrigued me, it enticed me. So I go and check out this guy's account, you know, Cube Dimensions, and realize they're a Minecraft Shorts animation channel, but exclusively in the style of Zach D films.
If you swapped the inside of your belly button.
And apparently at some point he had a thing with hitting deers with cars. I wonder what that's about. Anyways, his first engagement bait, I'll call it that for now, was around July in his video covering the Coldplay CO incident, which if you don't know, I'm not gonna tell you. Anyways, at this point he hasn't really been doing much as it seems, because he's just adding the actor herself and saying he has a crush on her. And you know, it's not really a crime to have a crush on an actor, even though it's kind of weird too in this case, since Emma's usually portraying children. But, you know, she's an adult in real life, so I guess it's technically fine, right? So after looking around in his account, it turns out in the description he has his Discord server linked to his account. And as the little brave soldier I was, I joined to see if I could see if this was like a bit or an inside joke. And all I have to say is, this guy is not joking in the insides of the joke. So it turns out this guy also has a YouTube channel where he posts his short form content, and the Discord server is for his fans and viewers to talk together. That's the same thing, I don't know why I said that. And play on his Minecraft server. And you know, the one thing that goes very well together is YouTuber, Minecraft, and impressionable young audience, and Discord. Anyways, I hit the search button for Emma Myers, you know, Control F, and once again, if you thought this guy was doing a bit, I'm very sorry to disappoint you. This isn't one of your average celebrity crushes, this is a full-on obsession. This guy had dreams about her, and he would go into detail on how the dreams would go, and let me just say, there were some questionable dreams. Now, I'm gonna put this image up on screen. This is a yap and a half, so I'm not gonna read the whole thing, but to summarize the dream sequence, the first half is just standard wacky dream shenanigans. He goes to a festival with his family, and then he finds a tunnel and enters a SpongeBob sandy door. And when he opens it, he ends up at a Kids' Choice Award. I can already see the alarm bells ringing. That's not a really normal thing to dream about. So anyways, he gets looks from the security, but the other kids are, like the other kid celebrities, are nice to him, and he finds Jenna Ortega, aka Wednesday, who is Emma Myers' co-star in Wednesday. And then he asks Jenna where Emma is, since that's apparently the only thing he cares about. And then the concert or whatever starts, and then I assume the dream ends. Now, I don't know about you, but if you're dreaming of a Kids' Choice Award and fantasizing about that actor that portrays children in movies and shows, I think there's a sign of something and you should be put on a list. And why would you share this publicly to your audience that's mostly children? This isn't like a private Discord server for his most loyal fans or like age verified. Anybody could just join the server. I literally found it in 2 seconds. Oh, and the dreams aren't even the weirdest part. This guy made a video explaining how he apparently thinks that Emma Myers watches his content.
When I blew up for making long-form videos on whatever I wanted, the channel eventually started to die. But I would always get recommended Zach films when I was scrolling through my Instagram Reels feed. So I thought to myself, why don't I take Zach's format and do it with Minecraft animation? So that's what I did, and while the first couple videos didn't do too well, the channel eventually blew up. So one day, I had this random dream where I sat in a car and said that I wished the girl from the Minecraft movie was here, and then she actually showed up. Even though I felt really happy in this moment, I eventually woke up. Flash forward, my YouTube channel was dying and the views were down, so I made an animation of the dream I had since I wanted to re-experience it. Keep in mind, on the actual channel, I've made 2 long forms on the Minecraft movie, which one of the characters is played by this random girl named Emma Myers, who happens to have 10 million followers on Instagram. And while everything was going downhill, I made a video on Romania's dictator, and on Instagram Reels, I did this as a way to bait people to stay. I put in the title that I had a crush on the girl from the Minecraft movie. Now, while I thought this stupid title would kill the video's performance, there were people leaving comments telling others to check the title, causing them to be on the video a couple seconds longer. Now, before doing any of this, I actually saw that Emma Myers had her DMs open, so I gave it a shot. Now, you might think that she wouldn't even bother opening up DMs at all with me, but I went and did something with a new Instagram feature called Vanishing Chat, which I left a special message in our DMs where if she opens it manually, it will actually cause it to vanish after 24 hours. Now, flash forward 2 weeks later, and I'm busy making animations. My channel is blowing up, getting 300,000 views an hour. Now, after 2 weeks of working hard on the channel, I remembered to check my DMs with Emma, and I discovered something pretty insane. I noticed that my vanishing messages completely disappeared, leaving just these 2 notifications behind. And when I checked the verified tab of my Instagram page, I noticed a couple days before a 150,000 follower actor who was born within a year of her was following me all of a sudden. Meaning Emma has likely talked about me to her celebrity friends in our circle, and it wasn't just a quick DM check. I don't know whether she'll ever talk to me, but Emma's definitely watching Cube Dimensions. One of the things I can definitely say about Emma is that she's a really good actor, because the character you see in Wednesday is the complete opposite of what she's like in real life.
After it dropped the first day, I had like an influx of people coming to my social media and messaging and liking and commenting and all that sort of stuff. And it got really overwhelming, and I thought I'd be able to handle it, but I couldn't. My DMs are all restricted and stuff like that, just because it makes it easier for me to handle it.
Yeah.
My sisters find it funny to look up my name on Twitter and stuff, and I've recently just had to tell them, please just don't. Even if it's like nothing harmless, it's just pictures of me, on set, or, recent styling photos of me. It's a lot to have so many people talking about you and you not like even knowing that they're talking about you.
Honestly, I would love to see this version of Emma rather than the character that a lot of other people see her as.
If that's not the definition of parasocial, I don't know what is. Honestly, I don't even know where to start. This guy thinks he's some master his mind genius who thought of using the vanish mode feature on Instagram to see if Emma Myers read his texts. Also, imagine being this guy's animator and getting a commission to animate his fantasies with this actor. And the fact that it's a Minecraft animation just adds levels to this cringe. Also, he says it's just engagement bait, but I think that's just the code. Like, you're not fooling anybody. So now back to Discord. Yay. Around the time the videos were uploaded, he said, word for word, "It's like Emma was literally waiting for me. However, IRL, it's the opposite. I am waiting for her. She already is here. She checked my DMs. She just didn't say anything." And then some guy just says to get a body pillow of her or a cardboard cutout, which is classic Discord moment. I like how that's just an option now. If a woman rejects you, you just turn them into a body pillow. But no, not Cube Dimensions. He is a man of class, a man of honor, a gentleman, you could say. Also, I like how he's trying to show how rational he is by saying, no, it's actually asking the girl out, as if he's ever had experience interacting with women. So then Cube Dimension says, if she didn't care, she wouldn't have even opened up my DM to leave me on red. And that's literally what she did, and the other guy literally points this out. But no. He says, some women will leave on red for a reason. There are some people who will leave you red, but will continue to watch you, and she has every reason to leave me on red, even if she was interested in me. She's a literal celebrity with 100 simp Instagram pages on her. He counts on his 100 fingers. The second it comes out she's dating someone, people are gonna get angry. How delusional do you have to be that you somehow think that you stalking someone, declaring your love for them, harassing their family, and contacting their agents would make them even want to be remotely close to you? And you want to know his reason for thinking this? The biggest let-on that she's into him? Take a guess. Yeah, it's the dreams. Back to the dreams. What is it with Minecraft and children and dreams anyways? You know, weird pattern. So he thinks that the dreams are calling to him. He says, I trust my dreams on her. She's interested. She just knows there's a risk talking to me. And if everyone found out she was talking to me, the simp pages would immediately get upset. She has a special persona that she may have to protect. I had 2 dreams where she approaches me like she was tracking me down. She knew where I was. And that's a sign of her love for him. Like, he's so delusional, he practically thinks they're already dating, and she's too afraid to reveal it to the public because she's a person of status or something. Also, I'm pretty sure this guy is conscious about how weird he is, because he's unlisted the videos with the reason she's seen it, which I doubt, but a man can dream. He then makes another video about how an agent of Emma Myers contacted him.
Now, I made a video announcing that a famous celebrity with 10 million followers was watching my YouTube channel, Cube Dimensions. Now, despite the fact I only got 100 views on this video, something really weird happened. At the top of Google, there's this company that claims that you can book Emma Myers for events and for movies. After I looked up the actual rate to voice act, it turns out to be $250 per hour for union workers. So I sent an email asking if I could book Emma to this agency, and not surprisingly, no response. I even sent an Instagram DM, and I sent some vanishing DMs, and guess what? I was left unread, but they just didn't respond to me. But after I made a video telling everybody that Emma Myers likely watches this channel, I thought nothing was going to happen. Yet the next day, I got a DM at 7 in the morning Florida time, which is where they're located, and it was from the CEO, who was also listed as their agent, which the CEO would give me his personal email at the company for me to talk to him. So I sent the CEO an email, which he told me to, but I've not gotten any response back. However, the timing of this is really weird. What CEO of an agency contacts you at 7 in an American morning on a Sunday?
Now, I don't know about you, but nothing screams romantic or Rizzler more than having the person interested in you search up how to book you. So he contacts this guy, and around the time he uploads the other video, the agent replies with a rather formal response. Probably because he thought this was a business request rather than whatever this guy is. And somehow because of the timings of the response in the other video, he thinks that his 100 views video he posted 3 days ago got the attention of the Emma Myers herself or her agents, and she's now heads over heels for him. So over on Discord, he explains how he asked if the agency was legit, and then the photographer got angry with him and blocked him. I don't think that's the case. I think the agent realized this man was a crazed stalker and stopped replying to him, as he explains he didn't get a response. Anyways, as of around the 9th of September, he's unlisted the videos because apparently Emma Myers saw the videos, which I doubt she did, but at least he has the ability to feel shame over what he's doing. Oh, and by the way, the guy's delusions aren't just his celebrity crushes, if you can even call it that. He's got a massive ego. So this guy asks for an animation commission. By the way, I don't think he animates his own videos because he says, if you're trying to replicate what I do, it's very hard. It takes a lot of busy work. You know, as opposed to unbusy work, I guess.
I write the scripts. I edit the videos. No amount of good animation can fix a really, really bad script or idea.
And the other guy's like, bruh, I just want a commission. And I came across your short after Exacti Films. And that triggers something in Mr. Cube Dimensions. He has to pull out his big boy cards now.
Also, Emma actually does watch my videos. She triggered my invisible DMs.
Like invisible DMs is his trap card or something.
And her agent suddenly contacted me after I made a video telling people about it.
I like how Emma Myers wasn't even part of this conversation, but it somehow managed to come out as a bragging point.
Unlike Zach, I'm quite easy to talk to. However, I'm getting busier and busier, and it's hard to find an editor as good as me.
This guy just unironically a cartoon villain. Also, this guy cannot stop bringing up the agents contacting him.
By the way, Emma Myers' agents actually contacted me to email him, but he did not respond to my email, so probably just ghosted again by these idiots.
Huh. So you're probably wondering, what is this talented script writer and editor cooking up anyways? Now let me ask you, what's better than dreams and delusions? That's right, fanfiction. He actually makes 2 versions, but I'm assuming the second one is the edited Shakespearean version, so I'll just read that one. The famous celebrity laughing at him, yet instead of humiliation, he was happy that he was there, yet he woke up in his bed. He kept going back to sleep, yet in his dreams, he'd ask people, "Where is Emma Minecraft? Where is Emma Minecraft?" Yet Emma Minecraft was nowhere to be found. He made a post mentioning his dream about Emma Minecraft, and when he went back to sleep, Emma Minecraft finally appeared again, but he was silently following him, saying nothing. Yet when he woke up, he desired for more, and told people in the real world about his dreams of Emma Minecraft. He would contact her agent, yet would get no response. But one night, he dreamed that he was standing around in a parking lot. The sky was yellow, there was nothing going on. Suddenly a food truck showed up, the car fell apart, and the female worker with the wolf cut looked at him. It was Emma Minecraft once again. She was excited to see him, and let him know she was making a pizza for him. Yet seeing how fake the pizza was, he turned it away. He woke up, pulled out his phone, and was immediately recommended a photo of a woman who was modeling. It was the same celebrity he'd seen in a dream, in yellow lighting. He'd messaged the man who took a photo of Emma Minecraft and was met with hostility, scaring him off. One day, he'd go back to sleep, but this time, he was in a restaurant. It was a Hooters, with men at the front, but with no customers or any employees at all. Realizing the restaurant had gone bankrupt, he said he was glad there was no waitresses since it was a Hooter. Yet a woman appeared from the back, running up to him, saying she was ready to serve him. It was Emma Minecraft, but as a modestly dressed waitress. But before he could respond, he woke up. Making another post, he talked about how the character Emma Minecraft played was the opposite of who she really was. Finally, the next morning, he'd get a message from her agent. But after sending an email, as he was asked, no response. Yet he'd dream again, but this time, the celebrity directly messaged him back. She couldn't take his job to meet him as it was too low. He woke up again, but suddenly would find the celebrity's sister. Yet after telling her of his dream, once again he was ignored. He'd finally leave a comment on Emma's "Where is Emma Minecraft?" and not surprisingly, no response. First of all, I'd like to apologize for violating your ears with this brain freezer of a fanfiction. Secondly, the pacing of each mini storyline makes me think he wrote this entire thing with one hand. I think it's disgusting that he sat down and wrote this entire thing, you know, referencing Hooters and waitress costumes, looking at her photo shoots, and also calling her Emma Minecraft. It's like in Dexter when the Trinity Killer kidnaps the boy and calls him Arthur Mitchell. Also, to reiterate, he's sharing this in his public Discord server that would consist of minors. Like, not to kink shame or anything, but don't share your fetishes with your audience. So sometime after, he starts talking about Wednesday and says,
Enid is the opposite of what actual Emma is.
because clearly this guy knows how the real Emma is. They're lovers, after all.
We'll see if she ever actually shows up in my life, or if the dreams were just figurative for something. I found her sister on Instagram, but she deleted her profile picture as soon as I follow requested her.
That is genuinely just disgusting and creepy. Now, I believe that Emma's sisters are all adults, thankfully, but that doesn't make this any less unsettling. Imagine an account that has been publicly telling their audience that they have a crush on your sister, searches through his comments to find a comment you left, and then requests to follow your private account. On their main account, by the way. That is terrible. And he's been monitoring Emma's sister, like even checking up on our profile picture to see if he's been putting it back on. I'm assuming Emma's sister found out the account followed her and was probably terrified, and then she was advised to just take it off, to like throw him off and then put it back a week later. Because, you know, a normal person wouldn't be monitoring a celebrity's sister's private account, especially a content creator. Also, he's been tagging and adding 2 of Emma Meyer's sisters on every post. I'm assuming ever since he's found out about their accounts, and telling people to follow them to get their attention, which is harassment and against Instagram's TOS. Now, this video is mainly about cube dimensions, but there's also another YouTuber in the server called DTBB, who has said something quite questionable here. First person to bag Emma gets $20. No, she's 23. And now I don't think he's sad that she's too young. And that's quite a concerning thing to say in a server full of young audiences. Now there's not much on this guy in the server, but from what I can see, he joined so he could like expand his career, or I don't know, make a friend with similar tastes. If they're not talking about Emma Myers, they're talking about like YouTube statistics and comparing dick sizes and who has more views. These guys are basically crypto bros, but for YouTube. Honestly, I don't know what's going on with this guy, but he might also need to be put on a list. Anyways, moral of the story, don't harass people and their families, even if you have a crush on them. Actually, if you don't have a crush on them, don't do it either. So originally this was gonna be the end of the video, but over the last week there has been a significant update that I think I should address to tie up all loose ends. So apparently Cube Dimensions' video got striked for harassment and cyberbullying, which he claimed to be false as his video was for educational purposes. Now I get where he might be coming from, but also it's a Minecraft animation of an assassination of a political figure, which is pretty insensitive if you think about it. He even acknowledges that another YouTuber had a similar video with a more realistic animation style, but their video didn't get taken down. First of all, your video got taken down for harassment and cyberbullying, not violence, so the violence from the realism has nothing to do with your strike. Second of all, Minecraft animations are for kids, and also considered as shitposts, so you depicting a very recent assassination comes off as just harassment and cyberbullying, whilst the realistic depiction serves more as a censored version of the actual event, without disrespecting the actual event. So the reason I brought this video up was because in the comments section, he actually had an extra theory on the reason for the takedown of the video, and somehow roped in Olivia Myers to be the reason. According to him, after his video got 5 million views, Olivia allegedly mass-reported his video for having Emma's Minecraft skin as a background character. And Olivia did actually end up blocking him, but he claims it wasn't for constantly telling people to go follow her, but instead it was for putting Emma as a background character in his video, which is just straight up denial. And he also tries to make up an excuse for why he put her as a background character, and his reason is straight up he threw her in as an extra because there was an empty space. That isn't even an excuse, it's just saying I did it because I did it. And then he says Olivia wasn't bothered until Emma was put as a background character. I think he's forgetting that she hid her profile picture from him because he was harassing her earlier. He then replies to his comments and says how his Emma Myers crush saga is over because he has more responsibilities and the blocking was a wake-up call, which is honestly a good thing. This entire video's purpose was meant to be a wake-up call anyways. So you might be wondering, why is this video still being published? Well, if you look at the description of the video, it still says, I have a crush on the girl from the Minecraft movie. But instead of adding Olivia, which he can't because she blocked him, he's now adding her other sister, Isabel, and the video still tags Isabel Myers. You could make the argument that he's made the comment after the description and tag, but if you're gonna go through the effort of writing 2 paragraphs of apologies, is it that hard to just change the description and remove the tag? You're saying you're over Emma Myers and also apologizing to her family, but you can't take 1 minute of your time to just take off a description and a tag? Forgive me if I'm wrong, but this sounds a lot like you're not actually over her, but you're just saying that because you think they'll pity you and then they'll forgive you. And because it was all just a misunderstanding, you can now score another chance with Emma Myers. Cube Dimensions, if you're watching this video, I'm just gonna be blunt. Emma Myers doesn't like you. If you're actually sorry for what you've done, take 10 minutes off your day and just take down all the tags and descriptions that have anything to do with Emma Myers. Also, please don't touch kids. And for everyone else watching, don't harass him, because that never does anything good. Instead, harass me by giving me likes, comments, and subscribers. Bye.